Did you know that you could actually be paid to move to a different state? That is right. One of the hottest zip codes in the United States is actually paying people to move there. Which one is it? Well, I'll tell you right now. It is Rochester, New York, zip code 14609. And they are literally paying people to move to Rochester and purchase a home. In fact, you could actually get up to $10,000 just by moving there and purchasing a new home. Now, obviously, there are some caveats to this. Now, how do you go about this? How do you do this? Well, according to Rochester's website, Greater ROC Relocate is what their program is going through. You could actually apply, and there has been over 4,000 people who have applied for this program since it was released in 2022. 170 people have actually utilized this program, which is phenomenal. You could get up to $10,000 to use towards your house, but you have to be at least 18 years old. You have to be a U.S. citizen, and you have to be actively working, and you have to live within 300 miles of Rochester. Now, I don't know about you, but that actually sounds pretty darn amazing, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, you're trying to just get in with anything you possibly can. Well, Rochester is actually paying you to move there, and I think that's phenomenal. So why would anybody want to move to Rochester? Well, let's just start talking about its affordability. It's actually 49% more affordable than any of the other major cities in the United States. It has also been ranked as the best place to live in the Northeast since COVID. The median home price for a single family home in Rochester right now is roughly $200,000. So that is significantly less than the average of the national average home price of roughly $400,000. So that alone is huge. Now, I will say though, the real estate market in Rochester is pretty hot. Okay, so if you're thinking about buying in Rochester, just do know that the homes right now are going off the market pretty quickly. On average, between list and going under market, it's roughly about 8 days. So it is pretty hot. So if you find something that you want, definitely put an offer in pretty quickly because it's going to be gone. Opposed to some of the other areas, like I live in Colorado, and right now we're pretty stagnant. Our average list to offer is roughly about 45 to 50 days. So 8 days is pretty hot right now in Rochester, as well as people are still going above asking price in this area too. So just do know, while it is still less expensive to live in Rochester overall, you might still be paying a little bit over asking price just to get that home. So what I have found is that most people who are moving to this particular area are people who kind of want to get away from the hustle and bustle. Maybe people who are already living in, say, Boston or New York City, some of those major metropolitan areas, and they want something a little bit quieter, something a little bit down to earth, where you could say hi to your neighbor and you just get along, do all the festivals and community events. Those are the type of people who really tend to move to this area. So if that is something that you're looking for, Rochester might be a great fit. I found that people, are a lot more laid back, relaxed. They could just go grab some coffee in the morning, grab their dry cleaning, do their chores or whatever in the morning before work, and not be all razzled that maybe you would get from that city life, maybe in Boston or New York. That is one of the biggest reasons. It's ranked actually in the top 10 for like the quality of life, the affordability, obviously, but the quality of life is a lot more laid back. And I guess that's just the best way to say it. People who love the outdoors, people who want to go to hiking and biking, there's trails and water. There's just so much to do in Rochester, even that I'm even learning that is just really kind of quaint. In my head, I kind of envision it being kind of like a Hallmark movie where everybody's just kind of saying hi and there's pumpkins and stuff all over. In my head, that's why people want to move there. And I think that's really positive, vibe if people are trying to get away from the hustle and bustle. Rochester has also been ranked number 3 for the best places to work or best career opportunities. In fact, Kodak and Xerox are actually, located in Rochester. So those are great opportunities if you want to work in those places. Also schooling. Schooling is phenomenal in this area as well, and they're very into STEM type of schooling, and they've been ranked number 1 STEM degrees per capita. So that is also a really great opportunity to have your kiddos go to great school systems, because that is obviously key when you are a parent. You want to make sure that your kiddos are getting great school education. As far as the overall things to do in Rochester, outside of all the outdoor activities and the lakes and the rivers, things like that, there is also a lot of festivals. They have a lot of just gatherings. They have a jazz festival every year. There's a lot of things like that. They actually have over 100 wineries, breweries, distilleries. So if you're into that, in fact, they were ranked, which I don't know, they were ranked in the top, one of the top places for the most breweries, which I do find fascinating because I'm in Colorado and I truly thought Fort Collins was like the capital of breweries. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I need to head out to Rochester to check those out too. So if you're into that kind of stuff, they are very, well versed in all of that funness as well. So if you are looking for a different type of life and, or maybe you're just wanting to buy your first home and maybe you just can't afford it where you're locally at and you want to move and have maybe just a different type of life and you want to get paid for it, head out to Rochester, look into it. It's called Greater ROC Relocate. That is the website you should look at. It is a great website, honestly. It has a lot of information. And I really do find this fascinating that this state or this city zip code is wanting people to move into this area because obviously they love it. Obviously they see the growth in it and they want people to move there. They want people to thrive there. So head out there. If you have any questions regarding this particular video or you need any sort of assistance with finding realtors or help in this area, please let me know. I have contacts all over the United States that I can get you in contact with. And so I'd be more than happy to help you. Remember to click that subscribe button right there. That way you are notified every time I have a new video. And then to the next video, take care.